Hello, my name is Jared, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Last time we made this huge coal power plant to meet our power needs, but this is just a stopgap to get us to oil power, which we're going to get to today. I'd love to do the turbo fuel. I'll show you what I mean. The sulfur, this turbo fuel here. I would love to do this. I think to do that, we need to continue unlocking these. These take the oil byproducts, which are the plastic and the rubber. Since I just unlocked oil, see where we're looking. None really near me, huh? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead down there. Let's grab our car. I should make a little garage for it. Go through our awesome build. I think it's off this way, beyond that arch over there. I think they're near here, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's the nodes here. One of these is pure. Oh. These are scary. Don't know if there's any more of those around. Ugh, I don't like the bugs. They are literally the worst. Oh, that looks like oil there. Yeah, right there. I'm thinking of just setting up a normal fuel refinery type deal just to get my plastic and my rubber up and running. Oil extractor, that's what I want. I kind of need to run power. Back to base. I need the power. Okay, anything in here that I want to do while I'm doing this? Let's go ahead and scan a hard drive. There's some alternate recipes for fuel that I would love to get. I just want to set up a little bit of just a baseline manufacturing deal so I can have them for building. So it's going to make us plastic. The next 5 are going to make us rubber. Okay, now let's get our oil up and running here. Go ahead and do that. There we go. Black is oil. Oh, black is oil. So, what I would like is I would like to have these going into bins here. So, maybe a couple bins here. You know what? This actually needs to be a smart splitter. So what I'm going to have it do is center output. The left output is going to be overflow. And this one is going to be, the right filter is going to be overflow. And then we're going to have a merger there. And then over here, we are going to have a awesome sink. That way, production just keeps flowing. Everything's good there. Okay, that'll be perfect. And now we officially have plastic and rubber. There's the rubber and our plastic was somewhere. That's why. Alright, let's head up. Time to head back. Unlock our fuel power. I just need to burn off that residual. That's the main problem I'm experiencing right now. And I don't want to do more coal power plants because that's... I just don't want to. I don't want to. I want to move on to something else. Alright, let's unlock fuel power. Because I can just have this. Yes. Boop, boop, boop. And then plastic. Ooh, yeah. Boop. Alright. Let's go ahead and plunk one of these down. Just so I can see exactly what the heck is going on here. Straighten up here. Okay. How much power? 250. Whoa. That's awesome. Okay. I know exactly how I'm going to do it. So, now since I'm making all that residual fuel, or residual oil, I can turn that directly into fuel and just produce a little bit more power off of that factory there. I don't know how much I can produce there. We'll see. If I can produce 2, that's an extra 500 megawatts of power, which is doing really fantastic. Because my power needs are already growing pretty quickly. Every setup that gets bigger, it just needs more power. And that's okay. That works out really, really good. I want to aim for turbo fuel. That is my goal here, is to aim for turbo fuel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have some of this residual fuel actually go towards being that packaged recipe. And once I have unlocked the packager, I can package water, and then I can have a fuel supply for jetpack stuff for now. Like a step in between. Alright, let's see here. Now if I make this residual fuel here, it takes 60 per minute. And I'm producing 150. If I overclock, can I just make... I could just overclocking 1, I can produce 100 fuel per minute. That's really not too much, but let's see how much this takes. 20 per. So this produces 100. I can run 5 of these off of this. That's really not bad. Let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, yeah. And then I could set up a packager that's using the rest of this. Yes, this is good. These are going to do 250 megawatts, so that's just a cool 1,000 right there. Casually. Nice! Take a look. Oh yeah. This has turned out fantastic, actually. This is self-sustaining, and I have a supply of plastic and rubber. Now, I need a packager. Okay, there's that. And then, yeah, there should be some fuel getting in here. And then that goes there. Now I have a supply of packaged fuel. Now, what this does is that all fluids go downhill. So the only way that this will go up is when it's the last little remnants of this. Because I do not want to steal away from these. Because these are taking 20 per minute. The packaged fuel takes 40 per minute. And all I have left in the system is 20. So this makes sure it goes up and then over. And it doesn't steal from any of these 4 here. And now I can wear my backpack. Nice. Now I'm officially in the jetpack age. Yes. Now I can fly around and look at the builds. Uh-oh. Use it too much. I have to be careful. I have to learn to watch myself with that. All right. Sulfur. There we go. Turbofuel. Okay, and then the refinery. I'm just curious to see. Not refinery, in the fuel generator. Let's see. Oh, okay. It just goes so much further. Doesn't necessarily produce more power. It just goes so much further. All right. Well, after getting that oil set up over there and the plastic and the rubber, just to get us moving on through the game here. As you can see on the right hand of my screen here, I have a massive project I'm working towards. More power. Because despite all appearances, despite the 5,000 that I have currently, I need more power. I only have a few factories and I'm already using half of my capacity already. So that means I have to make power. And I'll show you what I'm going to be doing here. Let's go for... I'm going to be using these fuel power generators and just burning fuel. There's other recipes like the Turbofuel that I was considering Turbofuel, but Turbofuel is limited by the amount of sulfur and coal you can bring into an area. So after doing some configuring, there's a large set of oil right in this section right here, like here, here, or like here, 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 and here. This one and this one are pure nodes. This one and this one are normal nodes, which all overclocked, it gets me 1,800 crude oil per minute. Right? And if I just made that into fuel straight off with this is like 2/3 of the crude oil. But with this awesome alternative recipe that I've been searching for, as you can see, all these are hard drives I've scanned. I finally found it. This heavy oil residue. You take 3 oil, gets you 4 heavy oil residue. So for every 3, you get another 1 heavy oil residue. And that plus this other fuel, it means this 1 heavy oil residue gets turned into 2 packaged fuel. Basically that turns our 1,800 raw oil that we have over there, and that produces us 4,800 fuel per minute with a lot of finagling. And these fuel power generators, they take 20 per minute. So 4,800 divided by 20. I could run 240 of these. And then 240 times 250, that's 60,000 megawatts of power. I know that's not as big as you can go, but it's half the amount of power for quite a while. So yeah, big project up ahead of me. So here's our oil. Here's 1, 2, that's a pure node. This is a normal node. This is a normal node, and then across the way over there is our other pure node. Yeah, over here, out over the water here is where we're going to build this thing. Well, I think this platform might be a bit bigger than what I was expecting. I am putting out a whole lot of refineries, so I guess we'll see. So I made a little bit of progress here, as you can see. Wanted to give a little bit of perspective on how big this platform is and how just massive this project is. Okay, this is the oil processing. These pipes here are filled up with oil. They're 600 per line, feeding each 8, and all of these are overclocked as much as I can. That is producing us 2400 heavy oil residue per minute. And it's also producing us right around 1200 polymer resin per minute. Back here is, I just need another basically setup like this back here to produce our plastic and our rubber. Now, as you can see, I've made it quite a bit further. I have the packaged fuel refineries up and running, being fed the water they need from over here, and the heavy oil residue is also being fed in from the other side. Okay, so I wanted to bring you in for the last bit of this factory build here. Let's see, go to my blueprint, and I've just been using a blueprint here so I can speed up this process, because I do have 96 of these things out and about. Something that I've been doing as well is taking these catwalks and connecting them like this, like so. I need to do that over here, but as you can see, just from this absolute sea of fuel generators, this is it. This is all of my fuel generators here. Let me give you a quick overview of what the heck is going on, because it is something else. I will take you down the production line here. This is my biggest build by a long shot. Hundreds of machines here. Okay, so the oil comes in from all the way over there. Got a few machines over there, bringing me in 1800 crude oil per minute, and that gets split into these refineries here. These ones and these ones. These are all overclocked. Pretty much every machine that's going to be here is going to be overclocked, which means they'll run at 2.5 times speed, which honestly, like, I could have all the other refineries up and running, but it just means more machines, and I would like to keep that reduced. So these produce the heavy oil residue and polymer resin. The polymer resin gets sent back to these two sets of refineries, make us plastic and rubber, and any overflow will just go into the awesome sink, then come down here into our packagers, our diluted fuel recipe. This is heavy oil residue and packaged water, and that produces us 2 packaged fuel per minute. And here's the packagers. All the packagers are set up with their canisters, and these are closed loop systems, so they'll put water in here, get the packaged fuel will get into here, get separated out, and then they'll get sent out off that way along the lines, and they're all like this. And for reference, this is just using that heavy oil residue recipe I was talking about earlier. And I have 32 machines doing the fuel unpackaging and everything, and then they all come to feed our power plant, which is a grand total of 96 fuel generators. They're all going to be running at overclock, so 625 megawatts of power each. So 625 times 96, 60,000 megawatts of power. That's a lot of power. And all I have to do is do the final touches, and I'll bring you back once we get this machine ready to kick on. All right, I think it's time. I think everything is set up and ready to go. All I have to do is flick this, and we should be good to go. Maybe not. Hey. First time. Oh, that was so confusing. But it seems my consumption is handleable. It was just that I think there was just a fuse off in the system that just made it very confusing. All right, let's see. We should be getting water. Yes. All right. There should be fuel in here, and should be fuel in these. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's more like it. That's more like it. Here's the resin being made and trashed right away. All right, things are moving and grooving. Water pumps are up and running. So we'll get more of the power generators up and running. Fuel's being pumped in. Love to see it. You'll love to see it. It's all working out together. These are full. That's fantastic. All right, let's check our power. Nice. Nice. That is fantastic. Still getting places and doing things, but it is running. We're sitting at 46,000 megawatts right now. And once this all gets fully running, it's going to be around 60,000. You can see my Kickstarter, which is just hilarious. I don't think I even needed that. Something else that I was able to get going is I have a couple systems here for Turbofuel, actually. Packaged Turbofuel. So I can have a supply of that for getting around. It's much better than regular fuel. And I'm just stealing fuel from over here. Just coming up and sneaking over here. I don't use too much of it, so it doesn't steal much power at all, or much of the fuel at all. And then that's making us the packaged Turbofuel. Another thing I did was I had worked up some black powder, as well as had a refinery making me the smokeless powder. That way I can use it for turbo rifle ammo and my gun, which is pretty fun. I just manually craft it for now. I might change that in the future and have that automatically worked up, but this works for now. I don't run into enemies too often to need a huge supply of this stuff. Now, I wanted to also make mention of why I ended up going for fuel instead of the turbo fuel like I had planned earlier. The main problem with turbo fuel is actually sulfur. Turbo fuel is made with the compacted coal, which in itself is made with sulfur. So I think max I would have been able to make 900 turbo fuel. That's it. Using the sulfur I had here. Over in this area, I have a couple sulfur nodes that I'm tapping and bringing over here because I had all the logistics in place to set up for turbo fuel. You can see I had those are coal lines coming down, and I have sulfur lines over there that are being trucked along the beach here. But I was only able to really get like maybe like 700 coal and sulfur here. That only ended up being 900 turbo fuel, and I mean, sure, the burn rate is 7.5, but looking at like 900 divided by 7.5, that's only I can only run 120 machines off of that, and that's not even 120 divided by 2.5. That's only 48 machines that I could have been able to effectively run here. That's only half of what I'm able to run just using fuel alone. So if I had better access to more infrastructure for this, it would have been more feasible. Like if I had actually trains up and running at this point in the game, I might have considered going the turbo fuel route and just stealing more sulfur from around. But I also know that sulfur is used in nuclear power in the future. And so I kind of want to save it for that too, and other production lines. So I don't really want to use up the power or the sulfur in the world just for mid-game power, really. So yeah, I think it's a fun option, and it seems like a better option. But again, if you can't get the sulfur and the coal to your facility, it's kind of not a good option. At least my experience from this system here. In any case, I think that is actually going to do it for me here. We started with this little facility over here, getting us going. But yeah, this was Oh man. Watching other people do this sort of thing and then having to do it yourself, it's interesting. I just got in a zone and did it, but that was fun. In terms of things, this project turned out fantastically, and our system finally cooled down and calmed down, so we are now officially running 63,000 or 60,000 megawatts of power comfortably and easily. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and let me know whether or not you would have gone the fuel route, or if you would have tried to make the Turbofuel thing work. I don't know, this is what I decided on, but let me know down in the comments what you think. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, and I hope to catch you again next time. Bye bye now.